I had my best day of the month, making $3,400 on multiple trades, just maximizing on the clean trend we had today, all off of New York VWAP and just riding the structure. I want to show you how simple it really can be on these clean days, but even on the other choppy days, slower days, you could definitely find moves. But today of all days, you want to try to maximize on because it's that clean. Let's go over the charts here before we get into that. Let's check out a look on just the blank chart. Because the first things first is let's look at the 15-minute as we like to do. And you'll see coming into today, we were seeing a bullish Monday back here. But then since then, Tuesday, Wednesday just really sat sideways. So coming into stream in the morning, we were saying let's probably break out of it one way or another rather than getting trapped chasing a breakout strategy within a range. Let it either break for a new low, we'll find more shorts, or break for a new high, we'll find more longs. Clearly, we went lower. But I think just it's tough to trade within the range if you're trading a trending strategy. So you can see on the 1 minute to start the session, maybe trying to hold up bullish. Buyers might be trying to make a stand. You might want to trade that up, but you're in the middle of the range. Not only this 1 minute or 15-minute opening range, but that daily range we just showed you. So could it move higher? Sure, but we also know it can move lower. So let's just let it break out. Because at that point in the day, when it does make a new low, I think it becomes pretty clear. We're selling this thing today. So now you don't need to guess or hope that you're on the right side. We're reacting to, hey, we're on the right side of things. This is underneath New York VWAP. Let's look for shorts. But it doesn't mean we just want to chase the shorts here as it's finally breaking out of the range. Let it pull back. My best moves happen after a pullback. It gives you a better price, and you probably get more profit in your direction. I want to go over the markup because it's really clean. If I do say so myself, you look at this big flush lower, right to the New York VWAP. I know I want to be a seller today, so I had all the confidence to call the bounce play here saying we should hold this if sellers are going to stay in. Stop loss way inside the range at previous structure, just in case this thing wants to keep playing around the New York VWAP but still ultimately fall. I want to still be in for that. So I gave it a good stop. Of course, this trade didn't need that big of a stop in hindsight, but good that I gave it that much room. And you can see there's two entries here because I oversized from the jump, so I quickly pieced myself out in case it did lose. It would have been too big of a loss. Hindsight 2020, oh, I should have held it all in. I would have made so much more. No, that's thinking reward first, not risk. The risk was way too heavy from the jump. My mistake. Let me get out of this thing before I regret it. But you could just see the price that pays. This support we were trading on the range got broken. Now turned resistance. Chasing the lower high. Let's go make the next lower low. Clean, simple trend with a good stop loss. So that was my best trade of the day. You can see it makes a new low. All right, don't just jump on the short train at the lows here because you saw that move down off of the New York. Price that pays is as close to VWAP as possible. Let it pull back, re-anchor a new low a day VWAP here in purple. You can see sell it the next time sellers step in. So they pull back to New York. You can either trade the bounce like I did, right? I traded that back here. You could try that again here and have a nice stop loss at structure. That one would win. Even if you wait for a low a day VWAP break, saying sellers are fully back in, that one still gives you a nice new low a day for a beautiful win. If you miss that move, re-anchor another new low a day. Let it pull back. When are sellers back in? When it breaks this low of day. Notice how there's no break and close below that low a day VWAP. We're not selling it yet. The pullback may not be done. It breaks here, so sellers are trying to take control back. Let's short it. Stop loss above structure. New low a day. Clean, simple, and repetitive. I tweeted it out. Let's see if we can go find that real quick. This is today. Pull back to New York, break of low a day, new low a day. Pulls back again, breaks, low. Pull back, break. It just copy and paste. Same thing all day. And it's off the same levels, just riding structure. That the worst thing to do, I hope no one really did it. And I'm sure very rarely would you do it. But the worst thing to do is just be chasing the lows after it seems so obvious now. Duh, it looks bearish, but we don't want to be chasing the lows and hope there's more gas in the tank. Where if we can get it after a pullback and close to VWAP, there's a pretty good chance we could scalp it down. Even if it doesn't make a giant move, we have such a good price that it needs to make a little move and we'll get some money out of it, right? You could have shorted it from this New York VWAP to here and made good money. You didn't need it to fall that much, but it did, so maybe you make some more, that's good. But even if it didn't, you could scalp some good money out of it. Now, we saw this markup at the beginning of the stream. I'd say screenshot this. This is all the plays today. I redrew the VWAPs on what it would have looked like. That you're just taking all the lower highs back in the direction of trend with a good stop loss. And you can even look at here on NQ, it's the same thing on ES. But let's turn on our initial balance rather than the opening range, which is obviously useful. We'll turn the first hour of the trading session rather than the first 15 minutes. When you see this initial balance break, this is also after we've broken out of the range and we're clearly below all VWAPs. This initial balance low should set in the bearish bias because once we pull back to New York, where I do sell it, it probably doesn't want to move back higher because we already broke the initial balance low. It probably doesn't break both the low and the high. We can go over to Edgefield here and you'll see the initial balance of this size in the past 6 months, 5 out of the last 43. So only 11.5% of the time would it break the bottom as well as the top. So I'm going to keep on looking for shorts because I doubt buyers just step in and move us back for a new high. Sellers should defend this and we want to move back lower, and I'm trading back in the direction of trend. So that was a nice short in my favor as I was short here because, yeah, probably doesn't want to keep coming back higher. So I think it was simple today. You want to maximize on them. We took nice shorts on stream. You can see there's the start of the range. Austin's trying to long it off the bottom of the range, which is what you should be doing if we are in a range until we break out. But like I said, if you guys want access to the streams as well as these strategies, the full course is here. Use code FIRST. The link's down below. You get your first month free. You can study this all up. There's a third course on the way and an update to my course, but also 2 streams every single day. Finding these entries, breaking them down, explaining them. You could ask questions, send markups for feedback, all that good stuff. So hopefully you guys made money on this day, and I tweeted it out and made a video about it as well. That is not to be too harsh, but if you didn't make money on a day like today, something needs to be fixed because it's either your strategy is not, I don't want to say not good enough, but how is the strategy not presenting shorts for you today? If that was the case, that you were like, I didn't see the shorts, well, then we need a different strategy because they should have told you to sell it at some point today, whether it was like mine with VWAP or somewhere later, right? Or you have a fine strategy, maybe you're even trading mine, but you need more discipline and patience to wait to trade this strategy, right? Kind of similar like we were saying. If you sold it down here at the lower lows, it's not the strategy's fault. It didn't tell you to do it there. It told you to sell it up here, right? So that's not the strategy's fault. You just need more discipline and patience and not fearing that you're just going to miss more drop. Let the pullback come in. Trade it the next time. Because even if you know what to do, aka you know my strategy, that's only half of it. You need to be able to execute it as well. I think everyone on stream understands my strategy. I break it down pretty well, I think, here on ASFX TV. But if everyone's not trading it the same because they don't have the patience to let this thing just fall, then it doesn't really matter. You can't execute a strategy. Doesn't matter how good that strategy is, right? So just recognize how much it presents. This is obviously a clean day. But on any given day, there's multiple opportunities. So if you miss one, you're going to find another. It may be in 20 minutes, maybe in an hour, maybe even 3 hours. Who knows? But you need to be present for it. And if you're not, that's fine. Don't take a trade. But you need to be alive for it and not have blown your account because you're taking other things that didn't line up with these setups, right? You look at it, days like this, since Tuesday and Wednesday were very choppy, like we went over here. You don't need to force things and try to make Hail Mary passes and hit home runs on a choppy 2-day span, right? You come in the next day, aka today. If you maximize on this day, that'll make up for your slow Monday and Tuesday, right? There weren't that many great setups. There's plenty of them today. So it's going to cancel each other out. You can still have a great week. But if you just mess around and just lose a bunch of money on these slower times, then this recovery mode comes in when you take advantage of the clean trend. It's just making up for silly losses, right? So take it slow. Go do some markups. Go study Futures 2.0. I promise you, you'll see how much it presents that hopefully that grows your confidence of the abundance of it. Of like, oh, that was a really good short that I had back here. But even if I missed it, I don't need to jump in because I know there's going to be some other opportunity today. That's not going to be the last one. If there's only one setup a day, again, you need a new strategy. Nothing should be presenting once a day unless you're on the 4-hour chart. Then maybe sure. But on the 1 minute, there's plenty of opportunities. Just keep playing the same levels, the simple VWAPs, and the rest just follows. All right, so hopefully I'll see you on stream. Make sure you check out the top 1 sale as well. They're 55% off right now. Use code EVAN. You can copy trade up to 5 accounts. It's not going to last forever, the 5 accounts or the 55%. And more news coming in the future on another account type. You're probably familiar with it already. Potentially coming back with looser rules, so you're probably going to like that. More trader friendly. So check that out. Use code EVAN. I'll see you guys on stream tomorrow morning.